What's up, Scorpios? How you guys doing? Thank you for joining me on my channel today, The Intuitive Teacup. Welcome to all you newbies. Thank you so much for everybody who is returning back, especially those who have liked, shared, and subscribed. Gotta throw that in there, right? Yeah, we are going to do a monthly reading for you beautiful Scorpions for the month of May. Excuse me. So it's a general reading. You know that not all the messages are going to resonate with all the viewers out there, and that's totally fine. You should never force any sort of story to fit your scenario if it's not resonating, right? That being said, do check your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus signs for additional messages. If you don't know how to do that, I'm going to put a link down below in the comment box. It's totally free. You go to this site, you input your birthday and time of birth and place of birth, and it'll generate a really cool birth chart for you so you can tell where the planets were during the time of your birth. And that is what's referred to as your sun sign, your moon sign, your Venus sign, etc., etc. So anyway, check that out if you're interested in it. Otherwise, this is going to be for Scorpio sun signs. Cross watchers are always welcome. What else do you need to know? General reading, everything about the decks, what I'm doing here, everything you need to know will be in the comment box below. And yeah, this channel's new. If you're into social media, check that out. I am the Intuitive Teacup on Instagram and Facebook. And other than that, let's get started. I'm just so thrilled to have you guys. I love the Scorpios. I love the water signs. So thank you so much for joining me today. Let's see what we can get for you guys. So for our Scorpios, what can we get? What can we get for the Scorpios for the month of May? What are the most important messages that they need to see and hear for the month of May? For Scorpio. I am so excited for May. I don't know about you guys. It's been a long April. The weather is starting to change. It's nice outside. It's good. I knew they'd jump once I started doing these. All right, you have way too many here, so let's see. Oh my god, I can't take all those. This pile, what do we need to take? Scorpio, I can't give you this many cards. Oh my goodness. All right, we're gonna do it. That's what Spirit wanted. You guys have a shitload of cards, pardon my French. All right, so we will go through all these. Past, you have the Two of Cups, the Wheel of Fortune, and you have the the Page of Pentacles. So if you have some water and you have some earth here, and then you have Major Arcana, Wheel of Fortune. So in your past, Scorpio, could potentially have to do with love. Exchanging of cups, could be meeting a new person. And with the Wheel of Fortune, it progressed you into a new cycle of something. Now with Two of Cups, it typically has to do with love, with our emotions, with who you love. It doesn't have to be, but it is a water card, so it could have been with a Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. But I mean, more than anything, I think it's your energy, right? You were involved in this exchanging of cups, and whether it was romantic or a friendship or career-based, there was some partnership established. With the Wheel of Fortune, like I'm saying, it moved you forward literally like a wheel, right? Like it took you from A to B in terms of, again, if it's career, it was like a step up in something or into a new role. If it's a romantic partnership, it's someone you were destined to meet. It's someone who is going to have an impact on your life. And again, offered you some sort of new opportunity with this Ace of Pentacles. And I keep saying Ace of Pentacles. I don't know why that is. This is the Page of Pentacles, just to be very clear. Earth signs, Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, if that means anything to you. And then you have the card of Sagittarius with the Wheel of Fortune. All to do with luck, destiny, again, cycles, completions, divine timing. And you are pictured here on this card, Scorpio. The Wheel of Fortune always shows the 4 fixed zodiac signs. So we have Leo, Scorpio, who else? Aquarius and Taurus. So it could have been dealing with those signs as well. Anyway, so this relationship, this meeting, this exchange, it was written in the stars. It was destined. This was supposed to I'm getting sort of swerve you onto a different path. It's like you were on the straight and narrow, and it's not that it was bad. It was sort of mundane, and you were just destined for more, Scorpio. So whoever this person was in your life, sorry, my camera's this way. I flipped it a different way this time. Whoever this person was in your life, it was very significant. You were supposed to meet them because it offered you a new opportunity. that you wouldn't have had otherwise. And now, granted, it's almost like this opportunity obviously came into your space, but there was a need for you to reach out and grab it. It's like something was being dangled in front of you, but it's not like, you know, $1,000 just fell into your lap, right? There was some sort of effort on your part where you had to like nurture and grow whatever this was. Again, person, career, opportunity, whatever it was, Page of Pentacles. And with the Page of Pentacles, it's not brand new. The aces are brand new. Page of Pentacles, you have some experience with this, probably minimal. It's like the freshman in college card, right? The pages, they're new to the idea of, with this, in this case, a seed, an opportunity. It could be an opportunity for money, for building a home, for building a family with those you love. Yeah, there's some opportunity here with the Page of Pentacles, and I think you were excited about it, right? That golden opportunity with the background there. I'm going to pull one clarifier. I'll shuffle these once. I did shuffle these all off camera, but I don't know if you guys are into long readings, but I can already tell this one's going to be ginormous because of all the cards that fell out, but it's just the way it happens. So anyway, bear with me. If you're into shorter readings, check out your love and career and finance ones that I posted. Some of those are 5 minutes, 10 minutes, all that, but this is going to be a doozy, Scorpio. So stick with me if you want, and if not, you know, check out next month's, I guess, but it's going to be a long one. Let's see. It's Page of Pentacles. What can we pull on this Page of Pentacles for Scorpio in their past? Can we get any other information about this opportunity that was brought in by this Two of Cups person? Eight of Pentacles. Again, so sorry, I keep doing that. As I was saying, it's something that wasn't just handed to you. You had to reach out and grab it. This is the card of work, of apprenticeship. It's kind of like a page, right? It's like, especially if it was work related, you know, this can be the sign of money or something with your career. It wasn't just handed to you. You had to put in a little bit of effort to nurture that seed and get it to grow, essentially, right? All right, so, oh my goodness. Let's see what we got here. So in your present, you're going to have to bear with me because I want to make sure I get the messages for you. So 10 of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, 8 of Wands. So again, a good amount of earth here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo. So with this Page of Pentacles, this opportunity you held in your hand had something to do with love. Two possible scenarios here, but in either case, you were leaving a 10 of Pentacles situation. Now I'm feeling like this is more family or work family, if you will. I don't necessarily get that it's a marriage, but it's something that's been established for quite some time. Again, how I was saying, like, you were stuck in this mundane road of the familiar. This Wheel of Fortune came in to set you on a new path. It was to leave this because the Knight is faced away and he's still carrying this new opportunity, this Pentacle. Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight in the deck. So he is taking you from the familiar, from the steady, from the stable, from this familial, meaning family, but also familiar setting, whatever that is. And the thing is, you're headed towards something that may have some obstacles or challenges involved here. It's not going to be an easy road. And I don't say that as a bad thing. It's just the matter of fact is that literally what you're headed towards, there's going to be some obstacles. There's going to be some blocking. There might literally be a gatekeeper. If you're applying for jobs, your resume have to go through a lot of like eyes to get that job, so to say, right? This is the 9 of Wands. Yeah, so I'm getting that this is you, Scorpio, riding on your black horse. Very slow, but very steady. Being invested in whatever this is. And because it is falling under the Two of Cups, it may have to do with choosing what you love if it's career related, okay? That being said, if it is a person, again, I'm not sure exactly who or how this came into your life, but this person may have offered you this token, this whatever this is, in a gesture of love to you, Scorpio, to set you off on this path. You know what? I'm almost getting that this was like, you know, I was saying it was written in the stars. It was divinely guided. I'm getting like angel in disguise, if that makes sense. Like someone who is more in tune with spirituality, and it's like they were sent to you in a sense. Whether or not they know that, it's like, yeah, this person was almost like guardian angel to you, Scorpio, is how I'm reading that. So I don't necessarily know if you're with this person still. Anyway, so let's move on. Still in your present, because you have 9 cards in your present. Everybody else got 3, but Scorpio got 9. Whatever. I love my Scorpios. I don't even care. I'm happy to do it. All right. So then we have 7 of Pentacles, the Star, and the 3 of Cups. Okay. So again, the work, it needs to be done here. Sorry, did I say 7? It's 8. So you have 2 8 of Pentacles. So it's almost like when this opportunity came into you, I almost think it was a warning to you. Hey, if you go after this, it's going to be a lot of work. Not only physically in terms of you like having the tools, building, putting in the time, the effort, like the blood, sweat, and tears. It's also going to be work getting to where you want to be, right? Because we were saying about those obstacles. So again, it makes sense. Even if you conquer one obstacle, even if you break down one door to get to the next chapter of this, whatever's unfolding, there's still a lot more work to be done. And this card, as the Apprentice card, it always is the idea of focus on the work. Don't worry about the end game. Don't worry about the end result, because this is being so involved in the task almost that the hours fly by because you're just so happy doing what you love. And again, right under the Wheel of Fortune, another major arcana, the Star, the card of Aquarius, if that means anything to you. Again, divinely guided. A lot of times with this card, I get healing. I don't know so much. It might be for some of you, right? It's going to be a little bit different for everyone. And it's more the work you're doing is what's healing. I don't know if that's going to make sense. You might literally be doing something with the earth, with gardening, with landscaping, with something tangible in the earth. Like you might be building structures, building buildings, but it could also be more along the lines of emotional work. If you are studying to be a therapist or do something, kind of like esoteric healing. It could be tarot card reading. There's work and there's healing involved in it, but I don't necessarily know if, well, I mean, it could. I was going to say, I don't necessarily know if the work is healing you, Scorpio. I don't think it's damaging you whatsoever. I actually think you're going towards this because you're excited about it. You see a lot of potential in this. I think you see this as a long-term career of something that could make you really happy. And again, with the idea of this building something of the earth or doing some sort of healing in nature, it's bringing people together and making them happy. So this card I'm seeing is a result of the work you're doing. Whether you're involved in this, the Three of Cups talks about reunions, celebrations, get-togethers, parties. It can be like a wedding or something fun. Sometimes it's just happy hour with your coworkers. The thing is, something about this, Scorpio, feels like it is you. I don't know if you necessarily work for yourself, but the work you're doing, it's like you can go off on your own and not be hassled by a lot of people. Like, these 2 cards represent what you're doing here. More so here with like the work, focusing on the task at hand. This is the interpretation of the work you're doing. So again, going to be a little bit different for all of you here. I don't know, you might even be doing something with water. You could be like, I don't know, like building aquariums. It's something that has to do with the earth, with nature, maybe with animals. Even with the stars, with the planets, I don't know, maybe you work at the observatory, right? I'm in LA. It's something like that. But the thing is, this is long term. This isn't just a quick, like, guy at the cash register type deal at all. It's not that. It's, again, it was destined to be. It's relatively new. Maybe you've thought of it once or twice, like growing up or in your past. But now it's like it's happening, Scorpio. You set off. And with this 10 of Pentacles you're leaving behind, it's more metaphoric. It's not that you're leaving behind mom and dad who are millionaires, right? Like it's more the idea of your safety and stability It's like you're leaving the nest, if that makes sense for any of you. Now, some of you might literally be moving out of your home to go to college or to, you know what I mean? You may be leaving, whatever, a roommate behind, but there's some sort of solid, steady support system that you're leaving behind in order to pursue this dream. The star card can also talk about, dreams, hopes, wish fulfillment. Yeah, very cool. So this is all still in your present, continuing on into your present. Ace of Pentacles. You have the High Priestess, okay, and the Hermit, card of Virgo. High Priestess can be Scorpio or Pisces. It could be Scorpio, because I said that, but it typically Cancer, as well as Pisces. So give me a second here. I just want to digest what's going on with these. So I'm getting that from the work you're doing in your present energy. I think, again, it's work. It's work without without being worried about the end goal, other than it's like you're providing some sort of service that makes people happy. Again, that's very broad. It's going to be different. But, okay, here's where I'm going with that. There's some return to it already. You're already seeing a small token. I'm getting like a token of appreciation from the universe. It's like the universe is thanking you, Scorpio, for finally taking it upon yourself to follow your destiny. It's very cool. So it's like little messages, little signs. It could literally be money. If you've started this dream career and you're already seeing a little bit of return. But to be clear, that's not for most of you. So don't be worried if you're like, oh no, like I'm in the red, I'm not seeing money from this, because for most of you, that's not what this represents. It could be, but this is more signs from the universe that you're on the right path. Especially with this High Priestess here, it talks about intuition and knowing. It's not so much about action as sitting and like channeling those messages from spirit, which again is sort of what this was about, only this was like a physical manifestation of something spirit sent to you to set you off on this path in the form of a person, to be very clear. But again, it was destined. This was meant to be. And so I actually think that this is representative of you, Scorpio, sitting between the light and dark, sitting balanced and being comfortable in the idea that you're doing the work, not knowing what the outcome will be, not knowing if there will be a return to you for this. But yeah, it's like, it's knowing that you were put on this earth in this lifetime to do this. And again, it's intuitive. You're a water sign, Scorpio. You're extremely intuitive. And has nothing to do with this card typically, but I am getting sitting between the light and the dark has to do with you sitting between the known and the unknown. And it's very unusual why this is coming up with this card, but it has to do with taking risks, venturing out into the dark, but knowing the light is there, like light at the end of the tunnel type thing. And again, it's inner knowing. And what is going to be affirmations that you are on the right path, the spiritual path, are these small tokens being handed to you from the universe by doing the work, because it falls right under this opportunity and jumping right in and doing the work, Scorpio. Earth-based things, tangible things. It could literally be starting your own business. There are little signs being handed to you or guiding you down a path with the Hermit here. It's like how do I want to say this? It has something to do with like this lantern I'm focusing on. It's like, I'm just getting the visual of like little candles like lighting the pathway. Where you're headed, the road you're headed, it's obscured, it's a little bit dark, you don't know exactly what lies ahead, but something is leading you on because you see potential in it. You see little signs along the way that you're meant to do it. And yeah, it's just confirmation, like it is the universe confirming, like, yes, this is your path, Scorpio, keep going. And again, how I was saying, this feels like something you're doing mostly on your own, Scorpio. It doesn't feel like you're reporting to a boss or a manager all that much. That's sort of confirmed for me with the Hermit card here. It's like the Hermit goes into Hermit mode, where he's on this spiritual journey of self, similar to the High Priestess. You might not be speaking to hardly anyone at all. In fact, this whole project could potentially be a secret, other than maybe from this person. The thing is, this person may not even know that they set you down this path. I'm not going to go into that. But anyway, I completely got sidetracked. Now I have to go into that. So this person who exchanged this cup of love, essentially, it was encouraging you to, whatever this was, the token to show you that this was the way that you were supposed to go. And I say whether they know it or not because of that whole like angel in disguise thing. It's like they were sent to you because of destiny, and possibly vice versa. I actually think that you guys may have met in passing, or if this was romantic, I'm not certain you're still with this person, Scorpio, but it's like you guys gifted something to each other that had to do with the heart, with the emotions, with what or who you love. And yeah, and I don't know why, I'm just getting, it was passing. It was a cycle and you were supposed to meet, but it doesn't necessarily mean that they were destined to be your person. Now, granted, I have no idea what's in your future yet. We haven't turned them over, so let's hang tight. But anyway, back to this. So, Hermit mode, High Priestess. I think you might be single is why I kind of went off on that tangent. I'm not, and if you're not single in terms of a relationship, you're doing this work primarily on your own. I think you are being a little bit secretive and not playing all your cards. And I think that's smart because you don't really know the future of this. And so why even put it out there to your friends, to your family, to offer their own like unsolicited advice when you're still kind of figuring it out? It's like you don't need that kind of negativity in your life, like that kind of funny expression. But it's true though. You can sit on this knowledge and just keep it to yourself for now. It might even be guidance to be doing that, because the confirmations, the affirmations that you're on the right path, Scorpio, they're going to come to you in little disguised ways from the universe, and you're going to know what they are. If you're suspicious, like if you get some sort of sign that's like, oh, like that's really cool, I didn't see that happening, but it did, and it is a confirmation from the universe, okay? Anyway, let's move on to your future. Again, you have 3 cards in every position, I think, just about. Okay, so, wow, Ace of Cups, 10 of Wands, oh, wow, okay, and Page of Swords. So with the Ace of Cups, again, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces energy. I think I went over the signs there, right? We have Virgo, Cancer, and Pisces, but really this is you, Scorpio, if that means anything. New love, Ace of Cups, new opportunities in love, in creativity. It may have to do with a romantic partnership, which frequently happens when we end up traveling down a path that excites our own love of self and love of what we're doing. Again, when you're so focused on the task at hand because you love what you're doing, it's like light attracts light. Your energy is infectious and it attracts other people who are vibing on the same level as you. So it's very possible that once you start going after your destiny and breaking through those roadblocks, not only does it attract light and love, but those roadblocks get put down. It's like you go from the 9 of Wands, which I don't think this is you, Scorpio. I think it's someone else. Again, it's more metaphoric of just a barrier or a blockage in you trying to get to your destiny. It's a test. That's what it is. It's like, how badly do you want this, Scorpio? How willing are you to break through this gatekeeper of whatever you want and prove like, no, this is my past. Like, step aside, I'm coming through. So you go from the 9 of someone kind of blocking you out, something kind of blocking you out, to them being like, oh, yep, let me just scoop up those wands and push them aside for you, Scorpio, so you can move on through here. Like, the wands are out of your way now. Like, you've passed them. Typically, that has to do with holding burdens And for a few of you, it might be like releasing baggage of things that were not allowing you to move forward, go forward passionately with wands. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. So in that case, I'm sensing that if this is a dating romantic partner, a family member, they're what's blocking you. They were what was kind of halting your destiny. So sorry for the fire signs watching if you're cross watching, but yeah, this didn't seem like a good match, at least at the time, okay? So once these blockages are removed and you're the knight kind of passing through, that's when new opportunities in love come in. Give me one second. I think it's someone who's watching you, Scorpio. If it's not a person who wants to get involved in this, I want to say business venture, this path, it has to do with spiritual, I want to say like spiritual healing or helping people of some kind, something that's like earth-based, as I was saying. Page of Swords is someone who's trying to gain information. Sometimes the spying card, but here's the thing, it's not malicious here. It's someone who you've piqued their curiosity, their interest. Swords speak to the mind, to the thoughts. Again, information, collecting information. Could be an air sign that's noticing you, because I think this is representative of you, actually, the more I look at it. Not to say it couldn't be someone else matching your love, your cup. Could be a water sign. Could also be an air sign, though. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Could be someone a little bit younger than you. But as I was saying, it could also be someone who is interested in a similar field. I don't think it's the exact same thing, but I almost get like they're fighting for a cause with the sword. I don't know why that's coming, but it's like whatever you're doing, it's like they could be like an activist or involved in like social politics or like fighting for a just cause. They may be part of some sort of like some like liberal group that's trying, you know what I mean? But they see you doing this really good, noble work, and I think they really respect you, and they may even have a crush on you. I think that's what this is too, because it's kind of young. They might be kind of feeling you out, and if you don't know who this is, I think they're just watching you. They may be checking out like your social media, if that's like the spying-esque of this. It doesn't feel evil or sinister at all. It actually seems like someone's really interested and you've piqued their curiosity, Scorpio. Now this is in the future. So then we have that followed by the Nine of Pentacles. So Venus in Virgo, you have another Virgo card here, as well as Temperance, card of Sagittarius. So you have three major arcana in a row, two of which are Sagittarian cards. You have Saggy, Aquarius, Saggy again, you have two Virgos. So let's see. Yeah, I think, so this is typically the single ladies card, as we sometimes like to call it, single man's card, right? It isn't gender specific, but metaphorically, it's like this woman has grown into she's blossomed into a better version of herself, sort of, is what I'm getting from this. Again, earth-based, some sort of work with the earth or healing, or like she's in her garden, right? And she's quite successful. She's abundant. She has 9 pentacles, but she's alone. So whatever it is, you've worked very hard for it, and you have a lot of self-confidence now. You have a lot of pride. You can look around and see not only like the fruits of your labor, but like the evidence of the tangible evidence of the hard work and like the heart, soul, the blood, sweat, and tears, as we were saying, that you've put into this. Because you go from the 8 to the 9, and you had the 8 twice. So it's like this hard work, not focusing on the outcome, just naturally yields really beautiful results. So you don't need to be worried about, what if I do all this? What if I invest all my time into this and nothing comes of it? Because something is going to come of it. Again, there's risk involved in leaving what you know, the familiar, behind. But yeah, there's something really good about this opportunity, because in the future you're coming off as the 9 of Pentacles. But again, the single card, and here's this. So Temperance again can sometimes be a card of healing, a card of self-love. It's like before you can offer a cup to someone else, you need to be able to have a full cup yourself. So back and forth to me always speaks about the idea of learning to love yourself, growing your self-love, growing your confidence. But it does also have to do with love, right? This is supposed to be the depiction of the angel Michael, who's the angel of love. It can also speak about alchemy, but this blending of cups, because it's the card of Sagittarius, a fire sign, it's the blending of fire and water. It's the blending of opposites. So it could, because you're kind of showing up as the single lady, but then you also have this cup that's overflowing, Scorpio. So there's a lot of self-love. There's a lot of self-respect. Not that there necessarily wasn't before, but I'm just going to stick with this. It's like, I think you are actually in a good place to be giving love, especially if that has to do with your career. Yeah, okay, so this could go both ways. Both are completely valid here. You are in a place to give and receive love, be it romantic, potentially, with this air sign who's checking out your cup. That sounds sexy, doesn't it? They're checking out your cup. What's in your cup, Scorpio? Anyway, so this could be you. I'm just getting like considering the idea of who do I want to exchange cups with. Like, I'm at a place in my life where my work is really fulfilling and I'm enjoying the process. But the only thing I feel like I'm missing is someone to share this life with. The other thing is that it's almost like what's clarifying this Nine of Pentacles, this success on your own, someone who isn't reliant on other people. This could also be representative of your career. It's like you've gone from this healing where it's like you're healing the water, the earth. Remember how I was saying it could be spiritual healing if you're doing like Reiki or, fill in the blank, some sort of spiritual medicinal type work. It's almost like you've gone from the Star to Temperance here. And granted, I mean, if you ignore the numbers, it's like you've gained your angel wings. It's like you've graduated in the career of healing, of helping people. And this literally could be like charity work, right? If it's not your main career, it just might be something that, again, it's making people happy. It has to do with emotions. There's a lot of... Hi, Scorpio. I'm so sorry. I had a call and it completely shut off. Anyway, so I was saying you graduated from just like the interest, the beginnings of doing this career, and like you've gained your angel wings. You've graduated to like a higher degree of whatever it is you're doing, right? If you are in some sort of, I wasn't feeling this and I still don't really, but if you are in some sort of company, it's almost like you've been promoted or you've been, you know what I mean? You've ascended in some way of whatever this work is that you're doing. And these cards are really similar. They can both be cards of healing. They can both be cards of hope. But it's tempering. It's finding the balance. They each have a foot in this pool of water. It speaks to using your intuition. Again, channeling messages from spirit. Yeah, it feels really good. So then still in your present, the last two cards are, you have the Fool and the Sun. So Aquarian energy, sometimes Aries energy as well for me with the Fool. It's new beginnings. It's setting off down a new path. It's taking risks. It's jumping off the cliff and not worrying about where you're going to fall because you believe that you just have enough strength and confidence and faith in yourself to know that you will land on your feet somehow. It's carefree. Look at him. He has very little baggage, whether it's literal, right, with that little knapsack there, but also like even like emotional or physical baggage. He just goes off because it's his path. It's what was meant to be. It's his destiny. He carries a rose, a white rose, and it speaks of innocence, of purity, of not being tainted by other people. And I'm actually getting that this is you, Scorpio, but this was you more in the present. In the future, this is what you're doing for other people. You're setting that, oh my God, yeah. Whoever this was for you, you're not that person for other people and setting them down their proper path towards happiness, towards sunlight, towards renewal. The sun is sometimes the card of Leo. And I always say, like, this card is exactly what you feel when you look at it. It's happiness. It's a baby riding on a horse in the sunlight. You allow people the opportunity to go down paths that they never would have had they not met you, had they not, this exchanging of cups again could be representative of your clients. If you're doing spiritual work, it's like you're giving your love to them, and once their cup is nurtured and full again, they can set off down this path, and it's like a rebirth. And I'm saying that because of the baby. It's like everything they thought to be true about their life, you've completely, like, I want to say, like, stripped them naked. And it's like the day they were born again, they're in this full energy, card 0, right? A new beginning, a new start. It's not negative, it's not positive, it's where do you go from here? You strip them down, you strip them naked of everything they believed, everything they thought. And I think you're teaching them self-love. I think that's what this is, Scorpio. And you set them down this really beautiful path, literally into the light, into happiness, into optimism. Yeah. And it's like speaking of like cycles, it's this really beautiful, it's like it comes full circle, because you may have started out in a similar position where you needed that little extra push from someone to teach you about self-love, to set you off on this path. Because this was you earlier on, and now it's like what you're doing for other people. It's really beautiful, Scorpio. And I just realized for the other readings, I was pulling a lot of clarifiers, but the thing is I didn't need them here because you had so many cards. Like I said, every other reading got 9 cards. You got, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 20, like 22 cards. So I didn't pull you clarifiers, but the message is so clear here to me that I'm not really needing them too much. So the bottom of your deck here is the 2 of Wands. So this speaks about what path to take. And literally the person holds the world in their hand. There's so much potential here, but it's like you have this opportunity. It's what this is, right? It's a version of this. You have this opportunity in your hand, Scorpio. You could stand there and do nothing and just kind of hold on to it and think about what you want to do with it. Or you could move forward. You could take a risk, take a leap of faith, move this wand forward, right? Which speaks of travel sometimes, or of career, right? Explore this in a career setting about what can you do with this world that's in your hand, with this power that you hold, with just like connecting with the people. Sharing your gifts and passions with the world is what I'm getting there. It's pretty awesome. It's a really beautiful reading. Whenever I do the monthlies, they are always extremely specific. So I know this isn't going to resonate with all of you, but you know what? If it resonates with 1 or 2 and you're like, oh my gosh, this is my story, that's great. That's all I need out of this. You know, I just want to help those who need to hear it. Maybe this is some sort of confirmation for a few of you water signs out there that yeah, you are on the right path. Because a lot of this does feel very spiritual. You have lots of cards of destiny and like divine timing. I'm interested to know who this is for you, Scorpio. Because as I was saying, this is who you are to someone else now. But actually, I think it's to a lot of people. To a lot of people. Maybe you've recently helped a Leo or an Aquarius or an Aries. It's pretty great. So since we were in the month of, well, I shouldn't say the month of May, but in the season of Taurus, the bull, I thought we would do spirit animal cards. I'm really into these cards. They're new to me. I just got them, but I've seen a lot of other readers use them, and I just think they're so cool. So what can we get for Scorpio to go along with this reading? What spirit animal card can go along with this? Whoop, we got one. All right. So for Scorpio, you have brown bear spirit. Take time out. Really cool card. Really cool card. Sorry, I just have to... So sorry about that. Calls. They're the worst. They're the worst. I silence my phone and they still stop. Anyway, you brown bear spirit, Scorpio. This reminds me of when we were talking about hermit mode. It's like the way bears hibernate, right? It's like you need to go into your cave and do this. I don't know if it's so much healing work for you. It might be. You may have to do a little bit healing on your own, but this is more taking time to understand your path and like things that are being presented to you. It's like you need to collect the pieces of the puzzle and ultimately come to this conclusion that this is what I'm supposed to do with what's being presented to me. I need to take advantage of this opportunity. But again, it all comes from inner knowing from within. And this bear has like he's like a warrior, right? Like an Indian warrior here. Again, earth-based work, spiritual-based work. It could even be something with music. Like healing with music, Scorpio. Again, only gonna land for some of you. But I mean, you're a powerhouse. You're the bear, right? Like you don't fuck with a bear. But it's in a way, okay, there's that dynamic, but there's also like mama bear, someone who's very nurturing, who's protective of her cubs, of her children. And again, that's what this is. It's like you're wrapping somebody in your angel wings and protecting them the way a mother bear would like protect its young and grow it, right? From just a seed, from a young bear until it's ready to venture off into the world on its own. That's what this is, Scorpio. All right, how do we do for time? I don't even know because it's 2 videos. I'm going to have to like merge them or whatever. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, Scorpios. I appreciate all your support, your likes, shares, subscribes, your comments. Please do so if you want to see more. Check out the social media if you're into that. And other than that, I'll probably catch you mid-month for some more videos. And I wish you the best of luck, Scorpio. It sounds like you're on to something really good here. So I will catch you guys later. Thanks so much, guys. Bye.